And hello, we're live. Hi everyone, welcome back after a 2 week break to Heartbeats in Perfect Sync.
Hello.
We made it back.
We
We're
made
just
it.
gonna jump into it and just let everyone introduce themselves. Rook, just start us off,
Oh
friend.
god, I forgot how to do intros. Hi, I'm Rook. I use he and they. You can find me on Twitter at RJK Games, where you can also find everything I do. I'm glad to be back.
Nice.
Hello.
Alright. Hi, I'm Arnica, and I play Sirius Scarborough. I am so excited to be back. I have missed you guys so much. More importantly, though, I got questions. I have concerns. I have issues with glowing blue tigers walking around in my alleyways, possibly tearing into my trash. And definitely portraying my doom. Like, I don't know which one I dislike more, the fact that it might be ripping open my trash or that it's portraying my doom in its eyeball, but I don't like one of those things.
Oh, my doom tracker's all the way over there too.
It's okay to not like both of those things. I'm Nick. I play Izzy. I'm a he they. Izzy is a them they. I'm super happy to be back. It's great to catch up. It'll be great to catch up and see where we all are.
Yeah, speaking of, my neurodivergent ass brain is gonna need a refresher because I don't remember shit. It's been 2 weeks.
That's fine.
That's an eternity to me. Hi, I'm Colin. I play sort of two people on this show. I play Alex and his internal demon that possesses him, Axel, the rock and roll demon god of the underworld. And I am stoked to be back with my friends. I missed you guys. This is gonna be super fun. And yeah, I wasn't kidding though. I legit don't remember what was happening last time.
That's okay.
It's okay. Despite the fact it's been 2 weeks, I actually do remember what happened last time. Everyone, I'm Val. This is my channel. I just got back from Mexico last week with some tummy issues, but I'm still here and I'm fine. I bring Jackie, and Jackie is a they, she, it kind of person. The it is whenever the cryptid comes out. That is her alter ego. It just sort of the thing that kind of stuck out is it revealed that it wants to eat everyone and everything. It has a hunger that cannot be satisfied. And it was mad at Harold for being a bad guy because it's like, no, Harold. You can't have this. I get to eat everyone here when we're done with it, not you. So you need to chill out or I'm gonna eat you. That's essentially what happened. That's what the cryptid did last time. Something in donuts, that kind of stuff. But hey, what's up? Just as a reminder, we are a viewer-affected game. You can affect the game with your bits, subs, and donations. What I did forget is what you get with those. Yes. If you give us 100 biddies, every 100 biddies goes into a reroll pool that anyone here can use. If you subscribe to the channel, you put an extra d6 into a dice pool for us that anyone here can use. And if you donate $10 or more through Coffee or Streamlabs, you can give us pulse ideas. Pulse ideas are essentially bad guys. All of this is, of course, at the discretion of the GM, the producers, and the players, because we don't cross our lines and veils with ideas. So, safety first here in this place. That's all I have to say. So, Rook, take us away. Whoa, I fucking rhymed!
On fuego today.
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know whose thought was that, but is everyone good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. So last we left off, our party of magical people had sensed a disturbance in the magical weave of the city, in Fantasy Vancouver,
Yeah.
and discovered that one of their own, Herald, had become heartbroken. A process by which if one of them gets too riled up by an enemy, they can go bad. After a very emotional fight, part fight, part like serious, absolutely like verbally laying into Herald, and also everyone else. It was great. If you didn't catch it, it was amazing. Anyway,
VODs
the
are
party
still up.
rescue. VODs are still up. Where was I? Ah, yes.
Sorry.
The party managed to rescue. No, it's fine. The party managed to rescue Herald, and we return to a period of downtime. The way this downtime is going to work is you tell me what conversations you want to have. You can slot them anywhere within like a month's time after the fight with Herald, and I will be like prompting you for like specific scenes that like I have planned, and specific questions. But if anyone would like to start with anything you have planned.
Well, as I was just recently reminded, when last we left, I did kind of learn that my best friend wants to eat me, so that's something that probably should be discussed at some point.
Yeah, at some point there was a lot of like I almost feel like she told Alex that.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understood, you stayed at the van that night, and there was just a lot of scared clinginess on their part as far as Jackie goes, because that very thought and that realization is terrifying for her. But I also imagine like the next day just does not bring it up, and like nothing happened. Like,
I like that idea that it's just become the 800-pound gorilla in the room, and it's like they just don't. It's the thing we just don't talk about. Like,
yeah, no, it's like she told you about it. But if you're okay with it, Colin, I think within the month, though, oddly enough, you do notice that Jackie does get excessively a little bit more physically touchy-feely with Alex.
yeah,
Just because
no,
there's sort of that you only live once moment now kind of feeling that she's going through some mental shit and not telling anyone. I mean, she told Alex, but I think there's just like an unspoken rule of if you want to tell everyone else, that's on you, Alex. But I needed to tell somebody.
yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't think Alex has told anybody
gotcha
about that at all. I definitely don't think he'd tell the rest of the group about that. For fear of how that would be reacted to. Fair enough.
Let's focus in a little bit on Jackie and also widen that spotlight out to Izzy. At some point during the month or so, the two of you are kind of on quote-unquote patrol together when like you kind of like face down like a number of like interesting Arnica. The two of you come across like a group of like minor to like medium pulses, and what I would like to know is the two of you by yourself. What does it look like as the two of you fight together, and what does your sync attack look like when it's just the two of you?
So Izzy, you're music based, right? Like sound based.
Yes.
Okay.
Sound based mostly.
And I am Iker based. Actually, 2 seconds. My notebook is all the way for some reason on that side of the room. So Don't ask. Don't ask. Romeo, what did you have a notebook, bud?
Well, I can't give my thought until she gets back, but I know beyond this, Izzy is spray painting really late at night and more just in public areas like tagging. They aren't quite aware they're doing it per se.
Fuck. Never mind.
As they're kind of odd murals.
What's going on?
I was hoping to draw them before, but I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, no.
So,
yeah,
in my thought, between the two of us, we looked like that reverse explosion thing where it's kind of the dark center and the light outside.
Yeah.
When we do things, because Izzy tries to, especially with their powers, project a lot of light and happiness feelings, which is kind of the not exactly the opposite, but
and I think sometimes with Jackie, if you're constantly portraying light, I think with the cryptid uses, because where there's light, there's like shadow.
Yeah.
And I almost see it's like whenever you cast something like super, super bright, and the shadows of like these pulses are portrayed by it, I almost feel like it sort of helps the cryptid almost meld with those shadows and uses it against the pulses themselves. So like you just maybe portray like this insanely bright like sunbeam that creates like this, and I always stand behind you, so I'm not caught up in it. And like with that, it's almost like I reach out, like the bone claws just sort of like, and Icar just reaches out from the pulse's shadows and essentially just pulls them into their own shadow.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. That sounds really cool.
It's terrifying.
So, yes. So a wave of brightness and then just blah!
Yeah, and then just, oh, it's so bright, and then whoop, and now it's really dark forever.
What are we thinking for the name? Do we want something like poetic? Do we want something silly?
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of foods that like have like very stark like contrasting color.
Like, what about just calling it Nightlight?
Nightlight.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I hope that's not stepping too much on Sirius's toes, though. I know they do a lot of light things, so I do want to check.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, just a nightlight. It's like it can't save you from the monsters. Sorry.
It cannot.
It actually just draws them closer. Moth to a flame. Anyway. Yeah, nightlight. I think that's how that sort of goes. Like maybe like the first time after it happens, like there's just like a moment, the cryptid is just kind of looming. It's been less eager lately, so this is definitely like the coolest thing it's done since Herald. And so at one point, like when we're done with like this medium pulse dual ability, like you're just gonna have a big Icar fist like hold its hand up to you for a fist bump, Izzy.
She'll go for it.
Cool. Some of it sticks to you, like when you pull back, like there's just like little goopy tendrils. They put a very happy, toothy, scully smile.
So whenever, if you're not looking after that, Izzy's like trying to get the stuff off.
It's not like a satisfying like bump. It's kind of like a schlop.
Yeah.
Oh, disgusting. Excellent. Izzy, I want to like return to the murals and the tagging you've been doing. Do you have an idea of like has your subject changed?
Some stuff had happened over the last 2 weeks, so I didn't get to do any of the drawing I'd hoped to do, but they're not exactly the stained glass things that were drawn, but they're kind of reflections of both the Herald battle and also the bird
Oh,
and the other
to be
things we've
clear,
done.
you as characters did not see any of the
Yes.
stained glass stuff.
I know that.
Okay, cool.
That's why I was clarifying. They're not really those, but they're just a similar theme, just more projected by Izzy's biases rather than a dark plan.
Excellent. Do you think
So,
Izzy like changes what they're drawing in public versus in private? Or do you
yes,
think...
these are again being done at the night and almost trance-like, somewhat ritualistic almost. And also, as I said, they're tagging. It's not just normally they're a little more respectful of people's property, but this is just murals showing up.
So Vancouver goes to sleep, and when they wake up, Izzy's work is just plastered
Yeah,
against the wall.
I mean, obviously, like one thing a night. She's not that
Yeah.
fast, but
What time of year is it, by the way?
I think I said it was summer last time, so I guess
Okay.
still summer.
Okay.
yeah,
So it's not constantly raining.
that's important.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What do the other player characters... How do they respond? Because I assume this is a place where like they could quite easily see it as they're going about there.
I would assume, especially, I'm betting some of it's like on the mall roof, and some of it's gonna be on like underpass walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Vancouver does have a subway, so
there too. But yeah, they're in public, and all of them probably know what Izzy's art looks like, and it's a lot darker than normal. But beyond that, it's pretty obvious. I'm being a little vague about the exact subjects because I didn't get a chance to reach out to all y'all to say exactly how I had been picturing things, and I don't want to go into it without actually discussing that stuff.
I'm actually personally perfectly fine if you want to describe Jackie's thing if you had an idea, and I will just say yes or no to this point.
I'm pretty fine with it because I mean it's about to me that's about how Izzy sees us. So like
it is.
It's quite personal to Izzy. So
yeah, one of the ones I did know was a black snake deer, basically at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Very much not exactly Wendigo, but snake with antlers, made of goop, kind of just swallowing a person.
Naga?
Yes.
Yeah.
Swallowing a person with just like a hand and a guitar sticking out.
Oh yes, yeah, that's good.
Was one of the ideas.
Alex, do we see this together?
Yeah, like that. It's an exchange of glances, I think, and a little awkward.
Like a moment, she was gonna ask him something today, but maybe not at this.
Maybe
moment.
not today. Maybe
not today.
Read the room.
So instead of the question that she wanted to ask Alex today after seeing this picture is instead, so there's a new Korean fried chicken place down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And away they go.
Yeah.
And their meal was delicious.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep. Korean fried chicken in Vancouver. So good.
The other one I know of offhand would be I had the word for it, and it's not a maid. Kind of a French Mary Poppinish nanny outfit, but a little more sheer, pushing a stroller that is empty. It just has like small objects in it. Looks like maybe a mirror and a shield and possibly some sort of like rattle or musical instrument.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones I hadn't quite fully gotten yet because I'm not 100% certain. But those are the two I knew I wanted to mention.
So where did you put these up? Where did you throw these tags up?
One of them would probably be on the roof of the mall.
The strip mall that we all
where I
Mhm.
assume the two of you go to a lot because it would be a really good place to.
Yeah, that's where we smoke weed when I'm working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other is probably either in the subway or wherever we have a giant wall nearby.
Like the side of a building or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just a brick one then.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I really just love that image though of me and Jackie just like staring at a fucking wall of that and just
Uh-huh.
hey.
All right. So
My thought would be that would be the wall, and the other one would be the roof. Anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that means it would also be on the roof of Sirius's bakery too, if it's in the strip mall.
That would be dope.
Yep.
I love that.
Sirius, what about you?
See, I don't know if I would have gone up to the roof and seen it though. I know the kids smoking weed up on the roof, but I'm grown. I just go sit in my car.
I mean, we probably would have seen it and then run to you excitedly to go come look.
You probably just
That's
like
true,
see
be
us,
like,
like
no.
superhero jump from like the ceiling, like all
Sirius,
excited,
no,
like,
you got
or like you just see us on top the roof, like jumping and waving, like in Tremors.
I fucking love Tremors. It's one of the
Same.
best movies of all time.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
High five.
It's a perfect
boom.
film. Anyway,
It
continue.
is. And it's got Reba McEntire.
It's true. It's true.
Okay.
It's perfect.
All right. So which one is on the roof? You literally just said that, and it went in my head, and it circled around. And I said that is very important. Then it said, "I'm
It's the one for
flipping
you.
over now."
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I'm on
Yeah.
The nanny.
It's the
with
nanny.
the
Yeah.
empty card.
All right. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna look at it. I'll be torn between that's real fucked up, and that's real. That's cute. Like I like it. It's fucked up, but I like it. Should we be talking to Izzy? But I like this.
Izzy would be around, and she'd go up. They'd go up with you guys, and then look really confused about for a minute, and then kind of go to their sketchbook and like furiously start flipping through it.
Oh, that's right. You're not fully mindful of what you're doing, right?
Yes and no. I'm going with somewhat. They're definitely drawings that they've thought of or things that are in their mind, but it's
Like, if you're okay with it, like maybe it's kind of the case of like, Izzy thought they dreamed about doing this. But
that's
yeah,
where I was going for. Sort
I see.
of like, wait, didn't I just put that in a drawing book and was like, nah, that's too weird.
Yeah, like, yeah, it was just it was just an idea that you had, and now here it is on a building.
Yeah.
So you're like
Yes.
furiously flipping through notebooks and shit.
Yeah, to be like, wait,
Izzy, are you cool? Like, this is really good. What are you? What's the deal?
I didn't think I had actually drawn this.
Got her first.
Well,
one minute.
you did, right? Like that's definitely you actually signed it at the corner over here.
Yeah, she like runs down the fire escape part towards where you've already seen the other thing, the snake piece.
Yeah, I mean that one's got to be you too, right? Where are you going? Why are you going down the fire escape?
I just need to see something. Don't worry about it.
Are they okay?
Literally, no one ever. Don't worry about it is the least useful sentence in the history of the world.
Yes.
So I'm immediately going to just go over
Worry
the
about it.
edge of the roof. I'm going to skip the whole fire escape and just superhero jump over the edge so that I meet you at the bottom.
It's just
Superhero
see, I don't want. I drew there was another drawing I made in a dream, and it
All right.
kind of could be interpreted as Jackie, and I want to make sure that's not over there too.
Okay, well, let's go check. It's fine.
No,
Look,
you know what? We don't need to check on it. It's fine. Like we don't need to check.
No.
On it. Yeah,
I think-
Ambien makes some people racist. It makes you artistic.
Yeah, we Alex and I saw it already. And it was
we
awesome.
did. We did.
Yeah, we
She-
saw it. We actually saw it
They
already.
are bright red now, and
Mhm.
just kind of like do the very like the shy introvert maneuver that we think hides us and does not at all. Kind of just like corner of the room, kind of like not making eye
Cease
contact.
to exist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, it makes you feel better. I thought it was fucking awesome. It was so goddamn metal.
Yeah, it was pretty metal, and you know what? It's just a dream. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't control what happens in your dreams, man. I see all kinds of weird shit in my dreams. It's fine.
Do we really? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's fine. Like it's okay. We don't need to go look at it. I'm not saying don't.
I'm just like patting your shoulder, Jackie. That's okay.
All right, this is becoming
Yeah.
spectacularly awkward. I'm going to go ahead and kind of just scoop Izzy up under my arm and steer. Come on, we're going to go get some cake, and no one's going to look at it, even though I'm sure it is spectacular. I'm sure Jackie's bones look almost as good as my tits look. Really, child. They looked fantastic. They're gravity defying. I'm just going to keep up the prattle. Just one of those,
Yeah.
don't wash the hands, watch the mouth, as I just kind of
s-
steer everybody in.
Subconsciously, though, like
100%.
Jackie looks down at her own tits and just kind of like she's so tiny and just like serious tits are great.
I think
Are they?
They are.
I think that scene ends on serious tits are great.
And then the silence that reigns thereafter.
And the rest of the next 6 episodes are just silence.
Just
No.
weird silence.
Everyone just keeps thinking about titties. It's good. Like
Sirius. Similar question to you in that at some point you and Bastion are on patrols together. What does the fighting style of you two look like, and what does your pair sync attack look like?
Okay. Our fighting style is a very gymnastic kind. We throw each other around a lot. We use each other to. It's a semi-aerial, very. What is the one I want? Not very Sunfist inspired kung fu. Specifically, our pair attack. Have you ever seen the House of the Flying Daggers?
I have not.
Any of y'all? No? Okay. When you get a chance, I want you to go ahead, go over to Google, look up House of the Flying Daggers drum dance. And what the drum dance is this woman has been taken. She's getting ready to try to attack and kill this big, important shogun. And before she does, she's going to seduce him with this dance. She's got these long sleeves. Now, Sirius is not using long sleeves. She's using her hammer. But what happens for our paired attack is Bastion summons a variety of shields, all about the size of a modest 2.5-foot gong, and boosts me up into the middle of them. And I play out a rhythm on the gongs around me to attack enemies on either side of them. So depending on where the enemies are will change the song that's being played.
Oh my god, that's very cool. I like how, like Izzy was using light and now you're using sound. That's just very like poetic to me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'd be funny if you and Bastion have timed how long you can fight without either of you touching the ground.
Oh yeah, no, that's like an old game. It was like this is our oldest attack. It's the very first one we ever came up with as a paired attack back when we were just still in high school. Like, it's that old. So at this point, we can do we're well into our triple digits from the time he throws me to the time I land. Like Kingdom Hearts, I can rack up 136 hits is our top score. You hit 136 times.
Say you don't hear me say, please obey. I'm sorry.
Don't leave me. Oh no.
Listen, I will jam to every single opening of that game series.
All of them.
Even if most of the games suck.
Hush.
No, that third one. Oh. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about that third one.
Waited 15 fucking years for this, and what do they give us? Garbage. Anyway, continue.
Anyway.
Yeah. Cool. That's very fun. Especially like triple digits. That's like almost 2 hours. You've probably gotten to 2 hours. Like, if you're in like the triple digits of minutes. That's really funny.
I'm just saying, it hopefully won't take that long. Hopefully it's a lot of... You really have to see this, because by the end, what they do is, as an enemy is coming in, assuming that it played... Let me see if I can get this to play on... I will hold my fucking phone up to the thing. Hold on.
Will we get copyrighted if we...
Oh, actually, we might, so let me not do that. Anyway.
Don't do that.
Yeah, let me not do that through my phone. But if the enemies are coming in, trying to attack from either side, say there's a swarm. This is real good for when there's only 2 of us and there's like more than 40 of them. It's good for that kind of thing. He sets up the ring, gets in the middle, throws me up, and I'm a bounce using my hammer and my feet, just ping, ping, ping off of it, playing these sound waves to come out and hit whatever's in front of the gong I hit. So I'm just bouncing off those, but he's underneath me. So anytime I start to fall down, he just goes, whoop.
Excellent.
It's like playing hacky sack, but with me.
Become hacky sack. Okay, cool.
We learned about some of that in Mexico. Like, the Aztecs had this game that they played with the human skull. Basically hacky sack with meat.
See? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
But holographic.
There you go.
Cool. I think we're going to move from there, and Axel / Alex.
Yes.
Same question. You and Harold. Like, it took Harold a couple of days to just kind of like physically recover. Mm-hmm. But within like a short amount of time, like he was okay, like a little shaken, but like ready to like kind of like stretch his legs and actually fight. So the two of you are on patrol, and same question: what does your fighting style look like when it's just the two of you, and what does your paired attack look like?
Well, first of all, I think that we probably like... It's almost like we're sort of like rehabbing Harold a little bit. Like, like we probably waited till we got an alert for something that was like a relatively minor blip, something that we could easily handle ourselves, just the two of us. Although now, I think if everyone's okay with this, I think after what happened to Harold, we might be. I feel like we would have had a conversation about how we need to kind of work on a strict buddy system now. Like, people should not be going out alone because we've seen how that goes down.
Yes.
So we're kind of always in pairs, and I think in particular, you know, we're keeping a close eye on Harold after what happened. So, in light of the awkwardness between Alex and Jackie after that conversation, I think he's been maybe trying to take some excuses to like get away a little bit and spend some time with Harold and help him out. So he has been. And remind me again what Harold's powers look like.
So Harold essentially controls like mirrors, which he uses to kind of like generic energy manipulation. Like, he's not as good as you or Izzy at like sound and stuff, and he's not as good as Sirius with like light, but he has some generic control over like a bunch of different types of energy.
Okay.
Also, like, I think just like he would have like, oh, I forgot about the wig. I forgot that existed. I was just like, what is happening down there? I think like as you like go onto this mission, like Harold will kind of like look at the like enemies around you, kind of like look at himself, kind of look to you and says, I think I figured out how to do something new. And he kind of like rolls up his sleeves, and these glowing runes begin to appear like on around his like arms. And then this like swirling gauntlet of mirror shards kind of like appears around his hands, and he looks at an enemy, looks back at you, looks back at the enemy, and kind of like decks it in the face, and the enemy kind of like shatters and kind of looks back at you.
He made an enemy shatter.
Yeah, just by punching it with.
Oh,
like,
I love
mirrors.
that. It's so fucking cool. I think when I mean, seeing that, Axel's like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Hold on. Maybe we can, like, do some, we're fighting, like, some straight up, like, okay, let's stick with Kingdom Hearts analogies here for a second. Like, these are just, like, a small horde of, like, just the little fucking tiny heartless that are, like, little, like, imp-looking things, and,
like, imagine you're in the
little
like
black ones.
tutorial stage of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yes,
on Destiny
it's
Island.
very
Like,
easy, yeah. That part with the big stained glass floor in the very beginning of the first game.
Oh no, you're still on the island. Like,
Oh wow!
No,
We're
you're
collecting
fighting Waka.
With a wooden sword.
Yes, with a wooden sword. You see Anna there. Gosh, who are these heartless guys?
Gosh.
I'm picturing it. Oh, okay, no, I see it. So Axel points his magical base of hatred at Harold, and we just see like tight zoom in on the on the volume knob on his bass as he turns it up literally to 11 because his goes to 11, and he just like starts playing like some hardcore like fucking Red Hot Chili Pepper style like flea slap bass, and just like absolutely ripping it, and it's like charging up Harold's fist, and like just with like this low rumble of sound is like deep rumble is just like charging up, and his Harold's fist is like vibrating so he can unload on one of these fuckers.
Excellent. Like, the two of you kind of like zip around this like battlefield, just kind of like tearing through enemies. What does your sync attack specifically look like?
That's kind of what I meant. Like the way that we sync is that since I'm very sound based, is like I think he just like with loads of volume and overdrive, just charges up Harold's fists, and brings them to like this fever pitch of like heavy vibration, so that when they punch, there's this moment where it's like a sonic boom. There's a moment of silence. Like everything just goes quiet, and then as this loud rock and roll explosion
Yes.
makes things just explode. Honestly, what's in my head is like the shatter spell from Dungeons and Dragons, that like incredibly loud thing, like cracks stone and glass. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I also think he's kind of letting Harold do it a little bit, like letting him get the kill shots and everything as sort of a way to get him back on his feet.
What do you call this move, if you have a name for it?
Ooh.
I feel like Sonic Punch sounds good.
Sonic Punch
like
is...
maybe.
Overdrive Punch would be good. Or...
Overpunch.
It's called it's the high gain uppercut. Yep.
Yes.
Extra high gain.
Good. Excellent. Serious, because I forgot, do your and Bastion's like dance sync attack like have a special name?
Yeah, no, don't listen to me. Sorry, don't pay no attention to the don't listen to me chatting. Do we have a name? Oh, most probably.
Oh,
I didn't do. I mean, I did do it, but I didn't do it. He did it. Okay. Do we have a name? Probably. What do we have? Probably just the gong dance.
Ooh.
I think we just call it the gong dance.
Excellent. Cool. Yeah, so we've seen like a bit of like kind of just like regular kind of like your duties as kind of like the powerful people you are, like Harold. We've kind of seen like Harold, it's one of the mechanics of the game, but it's also kind of like if you kind of like get knocked back into your senses after heartbreak, you kind of like come out the other end. You don't come out stronger, your powers just come out like a little bit different. Like Harold like still has his like regular powers, he can do all that, but you see over this month as like all of you kind of like have shifts with Harold, like how his powers have changed. I'm not going to put words into your mouth about like how you feel about it, but it's, and like those of you who have seen heartbroken like people before, like you'll know this is normal, but it's definitely weird, I would say.
So it leaves a permanent mark on you. I mean, you're not the same after you've gone heartbroken.
Yeah, so mechanically, like when you become heartbroken, you get a new fighting style to reflect like how you've changed, and then once you're like changed back, that fighting style still sticks with you as long as you want to keep it.
Sort of leaves a scar. I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that kind of like art of like repairing like china with gold.
Yeah. Filling in the cracks with gold. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love
like
that.
that's kind of the idea, or at least what I have in my head. So yeah, like what else do you all...
Kintsugi, that's what it's called. Sorry.
That's it. I was been trying to think of that name for like the entire day.
Kintsugi, golden joinery. Yes.
Yeah, so is there anything else you want to happen in like the month of like nothing really like plot wise happening? What am I saying? Is there anything else you want to happen like in your downtime?
Yeah. So Jackie has this weird thing where when they like a food, they just eat it for the entire month. So like last month it was McDoubles, and so this month it's fried chicken. So you just imagine like every day for lunch just brings KFC, not the brand, but Korean fried chicken from the same place the whole time. And at one time probably eating lunch with Alex, either on the roof.
I'll definitely sit on the roof. Feet dangling over the edge.
Yeah, looking at the pretty art. Just like piece of chicken in her cheeks is just like so. Are you child living with your mom?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, not the worst, but I mean, I like somebody doing my laundry, but other than that, I mean, she's kind of a pain, and she doesn't really get what I do at all. You know, she kind of always wants me to. She's still on me about dropping out of community college. She just kind of hasn't given that up, and still wants me to go back, and I don't want to get a fucking useless degree.
BCC has excellent musical and cooking programs. You could always become, but that's you do you go at your own pace, right?
I don't need a degree to be a musician. I'm already one, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, the reason I'm asking is because I am tired of living on a campground. I got some tribal approval and some money from the casinos, and
that's cool.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was just thinking of maybe going rent some basement suite on the east side. It's like just this like studio 1-bedroom thing, and you know, do you want to move into to my basement that I'm about to rent? Yeah.
Your studio 1-bedroom?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of tight, isn't it?
I mean, you lay down in the van with me, like it's bigger than the van.
That's. I mean, yeah, but you know,
like if you don't want to, it's fine. It's cool.
No, hey, whoa, that's not what I'm. No, that's not what I'm saying. I just.
We could get bunk beds or just one. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't think that's
It was not my idea. I'm sorry. I said
no. Wait. Hold on. I have.
In face.
Oh, come on. It's not a bad idea in itself. I would like to not live with my mom, and I don't make a lot. Lester did say he'd give me a little raise, and like I could probably afford it. I mean, I'm not paying rent right now, so I got a little bit of savings. So financially, yeah, I think that could work.
Look, here what if like I said, you know, you get, I mean, it only took 21 years, but it got that recognition, and that recognition means that I get things paid for. So, you know, it's essentially it's assistant housing. It's government housing essentially. So there's not a lot to have to pay for it, but I could cover the rent if you want to buy the food.
Yeah, the food. Yeah, the food.
Yeah. I just burn through a lot of calories, so you don't even have to get all the food. You just get half of the food.
Yeah, I would get half the food. Yeah,
like catches onto that, and like there's this little nose scrunch, like just like.
Are you okay? You gonna sneeze?
No, I'm not gonna sneeze. I'm not sneezy. I'm fine.
may I interrupt?
Yes.
Please.
Alex, please inform us, because I personally am curious, and I'm sure our audience is too. It's a truth of the world that your identities are not secret. Like your superhero.
Is the fact that me and Axel are the same person a open thing or not? Is there
So whether people know it's like a literal demon, that's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows that.
But like the fact that you like, well, a lot of people have magic, but the fact that you are these extremely powerful beings who fight the pulse is a thing that people know. How do your parents feel about it?
Oh, okay. Well, two answers there. So one is that like, you know, the way like Izzy, when they transform, you know, they kind of take on a more kind of almost more of like a pop star kind of persona. You know, it's like a character, almost like a David Bowie thing. You know, you kind of take on a character when you go. I think everybody thinks that Axel, like, and his story is that Axel is just a character that he, you know, becomes when he transforms. It's like putting on his makeup if he was like Gene Simmons in Kiss. Like it's a stage persona. That's what he tells people. It's a stage persona. But of course, Jackie and the rest of the group are the only people who know the truth, that it is in fact a separate being that possesses his soul. And the parent, so his parents also obviously like believe that same thing. They believe that it's just a persona. And they think it's pretty silly, and like they consider it to be sort of a juvenile little distraction that their kid does. It's weird. It's like, even though they're aware that he does, or they've heard that he does good things and protects people and acts kind of like a fucking superhero, they still look at it as like their kid that just does like community theater, and like
Right.
they kind of dismiss the whole thing as sort of a juvenile distraction.
It's something they'll grow out of.
Yeah, it's just a phase. Yeah.
Just the superhero version of theater queer kid, huh?
Exactly. Like 100% that. Yeah.
Okay. See, that's why I don't like that bitch.
This is his mom.
Until I'm fucking drinking.
Sirius says from the ground floor, like, shouting at you.
Well, Stop eavesdropping on us.
She do that a lot.
There's like
Stop
a pipe that
talking
leads
so
up
loud.
to the roof.
You stand over my vent. You're standing there smoking weed over my vent. You're all I can hear, just two of you all day, just sniggling and giggling. Kiki, trying to cook. Go.
And that Jackie just starts like giggling uncontrollably.
You think she heard everything we were talking about?
Wrong. Sirius, did you hear everything that we were talking about?
I mean, most of it. Do you guys want a quilt or a toaster oven?
Oh, I would love a toaster oven. I don't have one.
I would like a quilt. Can we have both?
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay.
So I guess
Thanks,
this,
Mom.
I mean, you asked for a quilt, so I guess this is a yeah.
I guess that it is.
Cool. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
I think we move scenes just a little. Izzy,
Yes.
do you go to see the mural you painted in the subway?
Yeah. Yeah, just to be sure.
I think, like, as you get there, you see, like, Bastion, like, on the platform, just kind of, like, looking at it, and they look over to you. Hey, Izzy.
Hey, B, how's it going?
It's good. Points at the wall. Nice work.
thanks. It was a whole thing. Uh, yeah, I'm a little concerned because I thought I had dreamt painting this in another one, but you know, I guess it's not too big of a deal.
Bastian kind of like thinks a moment and then she says, is this kind of the case where like you have an idea, you forget you wrote it down, and then you look at your Google Drive like 6 months later to find like half a work in progress, or is there something um weirder?
Uh, I hope it's the first one, especially because it's the same thing with the Google. I rewrite that document and then go to save it and find it's already there. Because tried to draw parts of them after the, it was a dreamish. I didn't remember all of it, and I don't know. So I think a lot's been going on. So hopefully it's the normal thing.
Okay.
Like my powers aren't really paint based. I just like to do it.
I mean, I've been doing this for a while, Izzy. You know this. But
Yeah.
like our powers aren't set in stone. I mean, they conjure like just a little like a buckler shield. I mean, this was never what I thought I would do. This just kind of happened. Like your powers aren't your keyboard. Your powers are you. And I mean, this might be a part of it. This might just be like an indication that you need more sleep. But if it's your powers, well, I think you'll be okay.
Thanks. How's Harold been doing? I mean, I see him sometimes, but he's pretty closed off still a lot of the time.
Yeah, Harold. I think Harold will be okay. I think the first time you see someone get heartbroken, it can be a lot. But being the person to be heartbroken, I don't know. Like, I mean, we'll we'll all be there for him, and like, I mean, you can't really like hide stuff from most of us. So like, we'll be there. Like, we'll be there for him, and when you need us, we'll be there for you. Not like if you get heartbroken. I mean, like if you need us generally. If you need us generally, we're here for you.
That's a good. I'd prefer not to that. Only
No.
seen it a couple times, but I'd rather not it happen again. Really, I mean, yeah.
We'll do our best. And hey, like if it happens, like at least I know like the rest of us are strong enough to like absolutely demolish them. Like no question
Definitely.
about it.
I mean, dude, Sirius is on another level with that stuff.
Oh my god, Sirius didn't
Crazy.
even transform. Like, what on earth was that?
It's just,
The-
she cares a lot. I think.
She does. Like, yeah. There's something about your friends being in direct danger that truly, like, brings out the most in people. And I mean, I don't believe this again. Like, summons like a tiny little shield. I don't think that this was like by fate or by design. But like, if it was, I feel like there's a reason it chose us, the six of us, and I think it's because we care enough that I think it's just because we care enough.
That's a sweet thought, B. Izzy was going to give her a hug.
Yeah, she'll return the hug. How much taller is Izzy than Bastion?
Izzy is around 5'10".
Oh, you're a good foot taller.
Oh.
I just like Harold. Not Harold. This isn't Harold. This is Bastion.
Bastion, yes.
That's very good.
That's
Okay.
sweet. Does not feel like it when Izzy's talking to her, though. Izzy feels like the little kid in the room, but you know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Cool. Is there, again, any other scenes we want in the downtime?
Blast, I had something and then what was
If you want a little weird challenge, Rook,
Okay.
I want to talk to my mom.
Oh, okay. Okay. A person that Sirius would hate.
Take Sirius, do the opposite. There's your cue.
Listen, is your mom just a Karen?
Yeah, no, super Karen.
Yeah.
Super Karen.
Just
Picture the haircut and
yeah.
imagine her yelling
I
at the
thought-
manager of an
yeah.
Applebee's.
My
Yeah.
thought was the Karen plus the like from the love you described, the super like
Doesn't-
rich, the like
Yeah.
you're
the
just
upper-
saving the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
Let me know when you're doing something important.
Yeah,
like
when are you going to get a
making money.
real job?
Yeah, the upper middle class Canadian Karen. Let's go.
What do they call Karens in Canada?
Karen.
Oh, okay, same thing.
We
Spelled
speak
differently?
English here.
I know, but hey,
except in
different
Quebec,
culture.
Quebec is La Carine.
French Canadian Karen. Just for that, my mom is French Canadian. There you go. I can do that.
I'm not
My
doing
mom.
a French accent.
She's Quebecois. Oh no.
She's
Yeah,
Quebecois.
no, you cannot do. Okay, I'm right below. Okay, Maine.
They will send troops if we do that.
They'll come for me and they'll stop the flow of poutine, and it will be your fault. And I'll be like, my fries, my cheese.
All right, give me a
my
good,
gravy." Okay.
good French, like francophone woman's name.
Antoinette.
Antoinette. There you go. That's my mom, Antoinette. But everyone calls her Tony.
There you
Okay, cool. Okay. I'm guessing this conversation is happening in your kitchen.
That's a great place for it. Sure.
I think she's sitting. Oh, you definitely have like a kitchen island, don't you?
Yes, 100%. With all the galley style, with all the pots and pans hanging up above it. Yeah.
She's like sitting at like on one of the stools with like a cup of like chamomile tea. I say because I just had a cup of chamomile tea.
go.
2 stevias.
Mhm.
Yeah, he just kind of walks in. I think her back is to him, and he kind of stands in the entrance to the kitchen for a while and hypes himself up and thinks about what he's gonna say.
Well, sit down. If you're going to stand in the door frame, she says, her back to you.
How do you do that? Okay. And he goes over and goes to the counter and pours himself a cup of coffee and then sits down next to her. What you doing, Mom?
She looks down. I'm drinking tea. Alex?
Just drinking. That's what you're not looking at your phone or anything.
No,
I don't get you sometimes.
It's good to, like, get. Oh my god, I hate that I'm going to say this. It's good to get away from the screens. You know, like actually taking the world or kitchen around you from time to time. This talk goes on for a good like 3 minutes.
And I saw this thing on 60 Minutes the other day that says that gives you migraines if you do that for too long. And, that story, when honestly, I don't know why they call it 60 Minutes. It's longer than 60 minutes. The thing ran for actually a full 90 minutes if you count all the commercial breaks in between. Anyway, they said that it's especially bad with minors. And if you're a child, it can actually go into a chronic condition. All of this just comes from looking at screens, Alex. And I worry because you're looking at screens all the time, all day, every day. You're just looking at your computer, or you're looking at your mixer, or you're looking at your cell phone. And I know I can even hear you when you're in the bathroom, when you're on the toilet, you're playing Candy Crush. I can hear the sound coming through. You need to just peel your eyeballs with it. Maybe read a book more often, read a magazine. Have you considered maybe just not using video games? And I think I smell pot. Do I smell pot? I think there's pot coming from the basement. Mom.
It's Canada. We all smoke pot. Sorry.
I feel like your mother is okay with the pot.
Yeah, sure, why not? I think there's just she goes on a rant, and at least 3 times he just says, Mom, and she just rolls right by, just Mom, slightly louder, rolls on by, Mom, and then finally, Mom!
Yes?
I'll try to reduce my screen time.
Thank you.
Can I talk to you, though? Just real quick.
We are talking right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes, Alex.
Yes, we are. Can we talk about something different?
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm not sure where to start here. Okay, well, I'll start at the end and then work backwards. I'm moving out.
She looks shocked. Okay.
I found a place.
I'm going to save my questions until the end. Go on.
Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for giving me the space. Yeah, so I found a place downtown, and it's well within my budget from working for Lester, and some of the money I've been getting with my freelance sound mixing work. So I think it's time that I do the adult thing, like you always say, and be more self-sufficient and kind of start my life away from this house, more independent. And I think it's going to be really good for me. I think I'm gonna like living there.
Okay. Rook says, how deep do we want to... Okay. But your freelance job isn't very secure. How can you rely on the income from that? What if, what your job with Lester, sure, great, respectable business, but your financial security, I assume we would be the... Does Canadian renting work in the same way as in Britain, where you have to have a guarantor?
No.
Oh.
Some places, in the U.S., a lot of times it's some places will if you have shitty credit or something like that.
Yeah.
It's to help with credit.
And I have no credit, says Alex. Alex has 0 credit, so that could actually be a thing here.
Yeah, cosigner if you're really poor, but this is, Alex hasn't mentioned it, but this is a subsidized housing, so.
Yeah, so we're set. Mm-hmm. But she doesn't know that, and I purposely haven't mentioned that yet.
Okay, well, then she's going to ask, and I assume we would be guarantor, cosigner.
No. That's all taken care of.
Okay. Moving out on your own, or roommates who will be...
So you know Jackie.
Yes.
And we have established she doesn't like Jackie. Also.
Oh no, straight up, just
That's why Jackie
This-
sneaks into
this
his
little
house.
Yeah.
gremlin native child that just like sneaks into her house all the time does not like me.
Slides into the basement window.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, I mean that's who it's with. Jackie Shales?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't look convinced. I mean, I can't stop you, can I?
Why do you
I-
want to? Am I better off here, Mom? In your basement? Is that better for me? Living with my parents at 19? And having no independence, really? Is that... You want that for me?
Sorry, I was looking at chat. What independence is there without the stability? Like, you live here, you don't have to worry about like how much you make from your job or your freelancing work or the superhero stuff. I don't know, do you make money from that?
No, I don't make money from that.
Okay, well, there you go. Ugh, I hate this person. Ugh.
Mom, what kind of independence is there, Mom? What kind of independence is there? The only kind there is. Independence. The kind where you don't live with your parents. That kind of independence. The kind where you live on your own and you're like self-sufficient. Even if you're not making that much money, and even if like it's a little bit tight, at least you're doing what you want to do and like following your passions. Like that kind of independence, Mom. Like the fucking kind everyone has. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I don't need reassurance all the time, Mom. I don't need security. I don't need to know that my rent's going to get paid and that my laundry's going to get done and that someone's going to make me oatmeal in the morning. What I need is to be who I am. And I can't do that here in your basement, Mom. And it doesn't mean that I don't love you or that you're a bad mom. It just means I need to be me. I gotta go find out who that is, Mom.
She puts down her mug, like turns towards you because the stool is also very spinny. A slow emotional rendition of This Is Me from Camp Rock starts playing in the background. Why did I say that?
Don't know, but it's canon now.
Yeah.
It's canon now.
It's Alex's ringtone. He pulls out his phone and puts it up. Sorry.
She kind of like takes, if you'll let her, she
Yeah.
takes your hands in hers Sunday nights. Dinner here.
Every Sunday night?
She sighs. Every 2 weeks. You can bring Jackie if you'd like.
I can?
Sure.
Well, in that case, sure, every Sunday's fine.
Okay. Okay. I say this from a place of worry. I mean, I am worried, but like this next bit is like very hard for her to say, like you can tell. I will trust you.
Thanks. That's kind of really all I wanted. Just don't. If I'm making a mistake, Mom, let me find out for myself. Okay? You know, I've got some living to do. And all I really wanted was for you to be okay with me doing that.
Okay. If this is a mistake, you have to allow me to say I told you so. However, I do hope it isn't. Alex, look at me. I hope it isn't. Okay. Now go drink something better for you than that coffee. There's some
Nothing
chamomile
better than
tea
coffee.
If you're done, Colin, with that scene.
Yeah, he goes to drink some of the large selection of juices that she keeps in the fridge. And that's
acceptable.
Yep.
I think we move to Jackie.
So I think to kind of, as that's sort of like happening, Jackie does something that they don't do very often, but is very poignantly doing it now, is posting to Instagram. And is in an empty square basement suite, holding up some keys in a selfie. And it's like, just got the keys, about to move in with my bestie forever, and tags Alex in it. Very, very obvious and poignant.
Excellent.
You know, just in case somebody's checking the gram and wants to see.
You do not get an interaction from the account you were expecting.
Oh.
As in, like, you don't get like a like or a comment from.
Yeah.
That was just a weird way to.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I forgot his name was Bear.
His name was Bear.
Oh, Bear!
Oh god.
Your ex-Bear?
Well, with that
Who's his tree
realization.
planting right now? Yeah.
With that realization, we move. The camera kind of like zooms out from Jackie in this basement, like kind of like zooming through floors because cameras and their magic. And as we kind of like zoom out once again over the city of Vancouver, we see a little trail of blue fire and sparks as the camera cuts to black as we go on a break.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ooh. All right. We're gonna take a 5 to 10 minute break, y'all. Most likely 10, and we will see you when we get back. So, bye. We'll see you soon. We'll return very shortly. Bikes are hot. And we're alive. Hello, we came back. We returned. Second half of Heartbeats. We all had cookies and stuff. So, I don't know what we're doing. I'm not in charge anymore.
Hello, I am in charge.
Yes.
We return to probably the next day. Y'all are sleeping where y'all are sleeping. I don't know where like Jackie and or Alex.
That is an important question, isn't it?
Actually, let's answer that first.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie and Alex have been sleeping in the same bed for years. They do that all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time.
That's not weird at all.
Weird. Mm-mm.
Normally. However,
now you're sleeping
there
in your
was
bed
that-
in your...
what?
Nothing.
there was that whole thing about Jackie or about a certain cryptid wanting to eat everybody, and that's made things a little weird. So I think they are still sharing. It's just more awkward than it was before. Like there's more of a gap. Alex has his own separate blanket that he's like wrapped himself up in like a burrito, and he kind of like wraps himself up, scooches to like the edge of the bed, and then is like, all right, night check.
Oh, like just with the blanket like over my face, like a little weirded out, but it's like, okay, good night, and like gets out her phone and starts doom scrolling TikTok for like 5 hours before she. Because Jackie sleeps mostly during the day.
True.
So
right.
there's like a good, because she works nights. So there's like a good, like, probably even like a point where you're just like already sleeping at some point. You're probably on the, like, if it's against the wall, like you're on the bed edge and like it's, 5 a.m. in the morning. Jackie's getting home, got a cold Pop-Tart in her mouth, and is like, all right, I guess I have to crawl over him. And like just in the middle of the night, you just feel like they just crawl over you to get to the other side. Oh god, entangled.
Oh, it's just you. Okay.
Well, I mean, who else would it be? Hi.
Oh, this is perfect. As you're
always what you want to hear.
Yeah.
As your like impromptu twister, just like failing to act as like normal people. What time, Jackie, do you think like you got home? Like
usually between because she'll do like the 10 p.m. shift, so she'll do 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. So she finishes at like 4 a.m. She does 6-hour shifts. Valeting at one of like the fancy hotels downtown, and so it's probably between like 5:30 and 6 o'clock that she gets back in the morning.
Okay, so 5:36, the morning sun like peeking through your curtains.
Yep.
Like Sirius, you're probably like getting ready to like open, like get everything prepped for the bakery. Maybe you're even there. Izzy, that's up to you. You can figure that out.
Doing easy things, yep.
When you all feel it, the same pulse of a powerful pulse. It doesn't feel as strong as the pigeon, the like gamer rage pigeon, but
Rage quit pigeon.
Yes, rage quit pigeon. But it's deep, and there is like an understated power there, and you kind of just feel it feels old. It feels like this is kind of like a delayed reaction. You can feel the like. It doesn't feel ancient, but you can feel the amount of time it's existed, like in the kind of like flavor of this energy that washes over you.
Alex like wakes up at that jolt because he's like in bed still. He's like, "Come on, not now."
Still hovering over you, like head hanging. It's like,
What are you doing?
I was just trying to go to sleep, but I guess we have to go be superheroes.
It's too fucking early.
Just falls down. It's too early. I don't want to go, Alex.
I don't want to be a superhero.
I just want to stay in bed.
And I think he's so sleepy that like the fear, it like he's not fully awake. So he's just like he's like whiny and he's like, I'm just sleepy, and he kind of like cuddles like next to Jackie.
No, we shouldn't go. We're not grown-ups. We're just babies. We can't do. Let's in the park. Let's go. Just rolls off. Like, lands on fours on the floor. There's like not even that. Like there's no bed frame. Like let's just be honest.
It's a mattress on the floor. Yeah, it's a mattress on the floor.
There's a box spring, but there's no bed frame.
Yep. Where's my fucking hat? Oh, coming.
Just so crouchy.
So, you all get like ready from wherever you are. Izzy, are you like anywhere of note, or do you think Izzy would have been like asleep?
Let's
Ooh,
see.
or is Izzy out tagging, sleep tagging?
They aren't yet, but they are kind of going to places where tagging could happen to see if they have tag things.
Oh. Interesting.
As you like feel the pulse, like as usual, like you can kind of sense the direction it's coming from. Izzy, do you turn around and look in that direction?
Yeah, I think they would. Like,
Cool.
It makes sense.
Thank you for accepting my very leading question.
Yes, and
Yeah.
As you turn around, you see the regular size of like a tiger, which to be fair is very big. You see the spectral ghostly form of a blue flame tiger just kind of like watching you. I will remind you have no context for like what this thing is.
Yeah.
I don't think. Or do you? No, you do, because someone saw it in visions. So you would have context for what this is.
Oh, fuck. Izzy is going to not break eye contact with the thing now that it's apparently looked at. That's a bad idea. And like try to, without looking at their phone, send a text saying, "Big lion here now." It's up to you guys how jarbled it actually comes out between autocorrect and, blind typing.
Oh, big line here now. Instead of lion, it comes out line. Autocorrect fucks it up.
bug loin her. I like bug loin.
I do too.
Fuck loin?
Bug loin.
Or just like
Bug
big
loin.
Big loin her. It just says big loin her now.
Yeah.
Ducking bug loin.
Yeah.
And then they are going to go full Jim in the holograms and hold up their hand and transform, because this is bad news.
As you are covered in light, as your light transformation sequence happens, your like theme song begins playing, and as you like come out of the transformation sequence, you look around and there's no trace of it.
Oh, that's not good. They're going to look around for a few seconds just to like make sure it's not pulling a cryptid and hiding in a shadow to murder me.
Okay.
And then we'll try and catch up to where the other thing was.
Cool. You like make your way. You like look around. You like sense out with your powers. You like check in shadows. You check in like hidden like nooks.
Yeah. Okay.
None.
Weird.
Sirius. Where would you be?
That close to dawn, I've been in the bakery for at least an hour and a half. So I am once again turning off my stove halfway through my prep, showing up mad because you fucking with my money. You keep messing up my buns. Gotta stick them back in the riser. They're never as good. I'm vexed.
We keep fucking up your shit, like your poor bakery.
I'm just gonna have to start doing my bread at like 2 a.m. so I can be doing muffins at 5 if these guys are gonna keep coming at the break of dawn. Because who gives a fuck? Turn my muffins off.
You'll converge. It's not the park where Harold, like where you fought Harold, and it's also not the park where like Jackie used to live. Like I think, like I like to imagine in this like fantasy like city, there's just like lots and lots of green space.
It's not a fantasy. There's a lot of green space in Vancouver.
Is there?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a park in Vancouver that's even bigger than Central Park in New York. It's called Stanley Park. Yeah.
Okay.
It's where Supernatural's filmed all the time.
Perfect.
Or Stargate, it's an alien planet. No, it's just a park in Vancouver. Sorry.
You're in Fantasy Stanley Park.
Yeah.
What's a funny name instead of Stanley?
It's just Stan.
You're in Robert Park.
I mean, Stanley's pretty funny.
Park? Yeah.
Robert's Park.
Gotcha.
That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry. Anyway, you're in this park. You sense the power like coming from within it, but you know whatever's there is close.
Mm-hmm.
It's still early, and I don't want to let Axel out already because he's gonna be like really loud. But
you don't always need Axel to do superpowers. You know that, right?
What?
You have like Axel's not your superpower. He's just part of. He just lives inside you. You could do your powers without him, like you did with the pigeon. I could just carry you until you want to let him out, though, if you're not sure.
Could I maybe... Are you going to transform?
I mean, how else are we going to get there? I was just going to get on... I was going to be like... You going to ride me?
I wasn't going to phrase it that way, but yeah.
Oh, also, there's no portal. Like, you just feel this power without any... Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also, prompt from the GM. Do any of you ask about Big Loin Her?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, with Izzy there. So, Izzy, your text didn't, like, make any sense. What the fuck was going on?
It's talking about your junk.
I didn't think that's what it was, so that's why I'm asking.
Izzy, like, looks at the phone as it beeps and kind of drops it, quickly grabs it, and is, I saw the big tiger thing. It was looking at me.
Well,
and
why
now I sound like a meme.
Did you piss it off or something?
No, the one that I don't remember who actually had a vision of it before, but someone did.
Didn't we see this in connection with Harold?
Mm-hmm.
He went heartbroken. So what you know about it is that it's the thing that managed to do it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was the thing that Harold fought, I think.
thing that kicked his ass.
I mean, unless we have more than one giant tiger monster in the city, and I don't think we're that bad at our job.
Still wouldn't be the weirdest thing that's ever happened here. Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, remember the Olympics? Jeez.
No, I don't really. I don't pay attention to sports. Sorry, it's way too early for this.
It's gone, so I'm just gonna head to the park.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I just want to know if you think should we all transform now or later.
I mean, you kind of can transform as whenever you want to, Alex. Whatever feels right.
Yeah, it's a whole thing with Axel, and I don't want to wake him until I need to. He's still sleeping in there right now. And we see like Axel laid out inside Alex's like brain space. We see like Axel like laid out like with like an empty bottle of whiskey like laying next to him, like half naked, just
only half naked.
Yeah, he's hanging brain.
Yeah.
Suggestion for the cast: what if Axel's pajamas were, like Scrooge, like with the like hat?
Oh my god, he's got the little
huge nightshirt.
Yes.
That's so ridiculous, and I love it. So yes.
Right.
The text comes back. You can transform when you want to, Alex, and leaves it at that.
Fair enough.
During this entire conversation, Jackie has turned into a quadruped cryptid, and it's just like waiting to be ridden. So like even like made like a goopy saddle.
Goopy saddle. That'll be the name of our bar one day.
Goopy saddle.
The goopy saddle.
That's our retirement plan.
And he like turns around and he's like, "Oh, you're okay." And he like straddles the cryptid and like leans forward and puts his head on the saddle, on the goopy saddle, while you start running.
And hi-hos away, like into the like out the basement. Kicks the door behind. It's Canada. They don't lock their doors. Just kicks the door behind, and gallops to the park.
Annika, I see what you're doing in the chat. I see this.
I am nothing.
Oh, I totally missed that. I feel bad now. I'm so caught up in the...
For anyone watching the VOD without the chat, Goopy Saddle, name of your sex tape. Anyway, moving swiftly on. You convene at the park. Once again, you can feel the like kind of like power emanating within it. There is no emotion that you can feel like tied. Actually, there is. You feel it's weird. Like it kind of feels like it feels a lot like giddy excitement. Like the kind of feeling of like being let loose in like a playground and just like absolutely going ham. Like that's the kind of feeling you get from this.
That's not a good sign.
Maybe.
What would you like to do?
Or serious?
Serious? What do you want to do?
So I come fluttering from around, like I've been scanning, I'm like 6 feet off the ground. I'm not real high, just high enough to kind of peek in trees. I'm looking for where, like for the edge of a portal for something. I can't figure out what, like there's no sign of a portal. And at this point, just the resonance bouncing off this thing, starting to feel like when you're a kid and you've gone to the fair and you really want to ride another ride, but you shouldn't. because you eat too much fast food and you're gonna be sick, but you want to because it's all keyed up in you. You're a kid at the fair. It's starting to feel like that, like jangling up and down the nerves. So I'm looking for it, but I don't see anything. So I'm gonna double back around and find everyone else.
Just out of curiosity, give me a roll of your heart rate. Which will start at 5.
Thank you. I forgot what I started at.
Was that for everybody, Rook, or
Just serious.
just serious? Okay, sorry.
No, I forgot how. What do you need me to roll?
5d6.
Okay, that's what I thought. And then all of a sudden my brain went, no, you're wrong. All right, I got a 6, a 5, 2 3s, and a 1.
Awesome. Ones don't matter in this context. You send your sensors out. You confirm that even with your magic senses, there doesn't seem to be a portal. You can feel traces of the pulse, kind of in the trees, specifically within the trees, anywhere where there's open space, you don't really get a sense of it. And I'm going to assume there's a lot of in this park there's kind of a big dense area of trees, you can sense the kind of core of the pulse in the deepest part of this mini forest.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of pause and maybe twist in the breeze a little bit as I'm feeling for it, and then gesture everybody over to me quietly and be like, I don't there-ish? The best I got is a there-ish, and just kind of point in the general direction of the thickest part of the forest.
What? That way. Okay. I'll tell you what. I can fly over there. Just give me a second.
Axel waking up from a nap.
Oh fuck! Oh,
Good
little
morning.
hungover.
Yeah. Good
Ow.
morning.
Oh hey, what's up? Kind of strokes your gooey mane.
Purrs?
Do you purr?
Yes.
As of right now.
It's like a velociraptor purr. It's not a kitty purr.
Ah.
But it's a purr.
All right. Well, I had myself a little one-man bacchanalia last night, so I feel a little rough, but ready to rock and roll. All right. And he produces his he holds his hand up, and his bass guitar just appears over his shoulder, and he throws it down on the ground and hops on it like a surfboard and goes to fly over there and check it out.
As soon as
Aerial
now
reconnaissance.
Axel's off my back. Just now becomes tall, lanky shadow form.
As you survey above the trees, you don't get any more information than what Sirius has already gotten. So, I will ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enter the trees?
Ooh, yeah. So I think he soars above the tree line, and he really can't see shit. And then, I think y'all can maybe even tell that he's not really, even from a distance, he keeps circling, and he's not really getting through. And then he kind of pauses, looks back at everybody, and then just goes, "Oh fuck it," and just dives down below the tree line.
Cool.
Through the canopy.
Axel disappears to the rest of you.
I know we all just had that talk about the buddy system, but
So
Yeah.
throw our hands up. Son of a bitch, come on.
Yep. Just
Take off
gonna-
in after him.
Just gonna
Uh-huh.
go on after at this point. It's like.
I actually like it better without any other word other than us mutually all being like, God damn it.
God damn it.
like we just talked about this.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yep, he's Leroy Jenkinsing.
Yep. And just follow suit.
As you like rush into the trees, first thing you see like Axel like appear again, but as you like come into like the perimeter, like you see that the trees kind of like glitch out and are replaced with they look very holographic, like the pigeon's domain, which is a very fun thing to say.
It's
was
a
like a
great
very,
combination
like,
of words.
was like a very solid like representation of like the mall. Like this looks like you've like entered a badly done cyberpunk world in VR chat.
That's so
That-
specific, and I
that
fucking
is
love
amazing.
it.
I'm going to look at my cell. I assume it's acting like it does when we normally go through a portal.
Yeah, you look like completely normal. Like there's no kind of like glitchiness on you. Like you're kind of like you like pat your face, you're like solid. It's just that the trees are like holographic and this like very bright yellow color.
Do I have any from where I am a little bit higher up and off the ground? Is there any difference in the view I'm getting from anybody else?
Yes. Actually, like as you're like kind of like above the trees, like if you were like in the like regular world, you'd kind of be like you're at the height where you'd be like flying into leaves and like branches, but as you look down and you look like into the trees, like at the point where the like main trunk splits into the branches, you see this like kind of like swirling. It looks almost like a ball of storms, like with like lightning kind of appearing out of it. And from those you feel that kind of like mini pulses of that kind of like giddy excitement coming from them.
And are they like ringed around the trees in a way? Like
No, they're like inside the trees.
Oh,
Like, but visible, like from the ground, they're kind of like an opaque yellow, but from the top you can see into them, and you see these in their core.
and it's almost, you said it's almost like electric sparks, kind of.
Yeah, like it's kind of like swirling and kinetic. And
I love
like,
the idea that
energetic.
Axel feels that kind of like childlike excitement come over him, and also like his hair starts like standing straight up from just like the charged like particles in the air. And I think he kind of like he swirls around riding on his base, like going between the trees. And as you guys get closer, you see like Axel slaloming kind of between the trees and just looking like a kid, just like having fun. Like he's just like just kind of playing, going back and forth between trees.
If you would like to, raise your heartbeat by 1.
Oh, I'd love to. So that would put me at 7, I believe.
No, you'd go to 6.
Oh, we started at 5. Okay,
You start at 5.
gotcha.
As the like.
But our max is now 11, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
So at 11 you're fine. If you go to 12, you're heartbroken.
Right.
Like as you're kind of like not overtaken, but you allow yourself to kind of like go with the flow of this space. The rest of you begin to sense like the little pulses from the trees. Like Axel only noticed it first because he had that like visual perspective on those cores.
Don't like this. Not at all.
Hey guys, over here.
Yeah, we see you.
Serious? Can portals be invisible?
I don't. They've never been invisible before, but this is we're like half in a domain. It's like it can't like it's busted into a whole bunch of little pieces that are all turning on and off. I don't actually what are you doing?
I'm having fun, man. Don't be such a fucking buzzkill. He does a little loop-de-loop. Woo! I haven't ridden this thing just for fun in a while. Come on, lighten up. We're fine. We're all big, tough superheroes. I mean, nothing here is gonna hurt us. Come on.
I'm just gonna stick my nose in the air and take in a big whiff and see if I smell anything around us.
Sure. Give me a roll.
Yeah.
Are you adding a tag to this?
Trying to remember. I know I had 2 tags. One was Eldritch bullshit, so tendrils. One was mimicry. I forgot what I had for my third one because my notebook went AWOL from last night. So I don't think I'm gonna add a tag.
Okay.
But I will steal a dice from the pool.
All right.
Since we have a whole bunch of them. Just
Yeah.
to get up to 6. Yeah. Get another d6. There we go. Okay. I got a single 6, but 2 ones.
Hey.
Oof.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The ones don't affect your... Unless you would like them to. Okay.
Yeah, I would like them
A
to.
pitch.
Hurt me.
So
Be,
as
be
you
bad. Be bad to me. I'm here for it.
you take a deep breath and this kind of energy kind of manifests around you and kind of is sucked into your core. You with that one success, I think all you really sense is that so in the pigeon's domain, how there were those very angry kind of heartless creatures that attacked you as soon as you came in. You sense that these trees are those, but for whatever pulse is controlling this domain. These are pulse in their own right, but their
trees.
shape.
Okay.
Yeah. However, you kind of absorb too much essence of this place. Your heartbeat. I would suggest 1. But if you want to bump that up 2, I would allow it.
I'll just go 1 for right now. Yeah.
Cool.
Just kind of whips my head around and I growl at the trees.
You don't say anything, you just growl.
I'm growling at the trees.
Is
Now, having absorbed too much of that, does that mean Jackie's gonna start playing? It's gonna start playing around like Axel is. Are they both gonna start goofing
Oh
around?
yeah,
now?
you getting a little loosey goosey?
I don't know.
Is it like Nos in the air?
Laughing gas up in here.
That's up to you, Jackie.
How would
How
you
you want to interpret
Yeah.
your
Well,
heartbeat
obviously, going up a heartbeat means that I now have my spine has manifested. So you definitely see y'all sort of know what that means at this point for Jackie. Just after taking that breath, you just see the ichor just sort of fall off of my back, and you just see the spinal bone going across the body that way. And I'm almost back down on my fours again, and I'm a little bit more animal-like than I have been before. But yeah, and I'm just looking at the trees and just very antsy, and it's just like, that's some hard wood there.
Da 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 da.
Axel magically summons a rim shot. And he zooms kind of over there. He's like, what are we all standing around for then? I mean, let's go check it out. I'll go in there.
Wait,
Not by yourself this time.
It'll be fine. I mean, whatever this is, it's not a big
I
deal.
said not
Clearly.
by yourself this time.
Hey, don't be a dick. Jeez.
Don't have a dick. like, nudge him with my skull forward. We're all
All right, all
going.
right.
There it is.
He
How are
hops
you
off.
reacting?
He hops off the base and he actually picks it up and like puts it at the ready.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
as
All
can
right,
be
let's-
expected.
Let's figure out what the fuck this thing is, because I've got bread.
You've
I
got
keep-
bread with you? Is there bread
I've got-
I
with
got
you?
shit to do.
No, I didn't even
Okay.
get a chance to finish the bread. This thing is in the way of the bread.
You have to hire somebody.
I don't wanna. Oh,
Just gotta hire somebody.
let's just go.
God, I could use some bread right now. Said. Just haven't had dinner yet. Just leave me alone. You think I got to eat on my shift? No.
Well, as soon as we wrap this up, I'll feed everyone breakfast.
Drove
We
a
just
Ferrari, though.
let's find out what this is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go ahead and head into one of those trees. I guess those
Mhm.
flickery yellow trees.
Right behind you, sister.
Yeah.
You walk into it.
I don't know. I'm going to walk up to it and try to poke it while it's in that flickery yellow stage.
Okay, as you like touch it, so like a couple of things are apparent to you. Like one, like this is like kind of like one of the shorter trees, so like you should be able to like kind of feel its leaves and its branches. You can't feel those, but like you touch its trunk and you can feel the bark underneath, and like as your like fingertips kind of like make contact with it, there's that same like spark of lightning, and kind of like a couple of trees in the vicinity kind of like come to life. Not like big faces like growls and stuff, but they're like kind of the holographic branches kind of like start whipping around. These aren't like significant enemies. I don't need like rolls from you to like take out like these things. Just give me some flavor of like how you're like dealing with these like very basic mobs.
Okay. So I was touching one of them when all the ones within a couple feet started freaking out. So I'm going to fly down and back fast as I can so I land on my feet, hammer in hand, and put it up so that any lashing branches strike off the warhammer's handle instead of hitting me in the head.
Cool. You take up a defensive stance. What about the rest of you?
I just move out of the way. Like, I'm so fluid most of the time that it's just like it tries to like stab me and it just, my body literally doesn't move, but just the ichor just shifts and like accumulates in a place that is not where it's swinging at me. So
You're just refusing to be stabbed.
yeah, I'm just refusing. I'm symbioting it up essentially.
Izzy, like how are you responding? Do you attack? Do you defend?
They're just basically going to be trees going through. We need to find the big thing. So I think I didn't look up music like I should have.
That's okay.
But I think they're going to be playing something and kind of making a small sound bubble of kind of just rebuffing the branches a bit as I walk.
cool. So so you take up like defensive positions, like Izzy, you begin playing, and like you kind of just ignore all of the mobs around you as you make your way towards this the like source of this power. You come across like a kind of like it's kind of like a clearing of like trees. Like from what you know of the park, like this shouldn't exist in like the actual like park, and like as you come into it, like you feel the power like centered here, and you can feel the ground vibrating, and all of you, I guess, like prepare yourself for like whatever's about to come, and are faced with a giant holographic, slightly electrical moose bursting out of the ground.
A thunder moose?
A thunder moose, just kind of like bursting out of the ground.
Burrowing
Storm
thunder
moose!
A storm moose. I'm here for it. I'm so here for storm moose.
The ground erupts around it, like its like massive head kind of just like coming like out of the ground, lightning crackling in its antlers. Antlers.
Yeah.
Strong like hooves and a strong body just kind of like following it, and it kind of like, as it bursts out, it like lands on the ground, and as it hooves like land again on the ground, like there's a pulse from it, and the ground is once again like undisturbed. And it kind of like, it takes you in. Izzy, it's not lost on you that the expression it's giving you is, I know it's like a tiger and a moose, and you know, like it's difficult to like tell expression, but these are like pulse creatures, so it's fine.
They got eyes.
You know, I know it's weird, but like normal moose like don't shoot electricity, so like these are a little different.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, exactly. So like the way this thing is regarding you is very similar to the way the. Oh, I didn't mean to make these elemental. It's fine. We'll go with it. The way the fire tiger was regarding you earlier.
The blue tiger?
Yeah.
The blue fire tiger.
Blue fire tiger?
It speaks.
Oh.
Oh, it speaks.
Interesting. You were the ones who came. Well, I guess you'll have to do.
Expecting somebody else, brother?
I was expecting more. Less. Less susceptible to my domain.
Well, I mean, your domain's pretty awesome. I've been having a good time here, but no reason we gotta fight, man. You just kind of gotta go back to your little portal, and that's it. We don't have to mix it up at all. Too early to fight anyway.
Yeah, you could just fucking leave.
You can just fuck off. You know, that's always an option.
Yeah.
Or we can kick the shit out of you, which we don't really want to do.
I prefer option C. I kick
What's
the
that
shit
one?
out of you. And it charges.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Storm moose.
If it charges, can I go?
Anyone can go.
Okay, because I have an idea. Seeing this bro, hold up 2 seconds.
Always take your meds, kids.
Always take your meds. Seeing it charge, I think the cryptid with that challenge, like, you know, it's a bull moose coming after me. I think I'm going to use my ability of mimicry. And I'm going to readjust my form and my shape to also be a moose with moose antlers. Like, and I would like to charge at it as well. Like, I would like to get into a moose headbutting match. Like,
Oh, nice. Antler fight.
yes.
Lock antlers.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Roll for me.
Okay, so I'm at 6, and I'm using mimicry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that gives me 8, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, that's so freaking dope. I have 2 6s. Do 5s count?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 6s, a 5, and a singular 1.
Okay, cool. So that's 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not quite an exceed. However, you lock antlers with the moose. Goop and electricity just kind of like sparking off from like your collision. Who gets hit?
I'm like right there, I think. So I had to like dive out of the way. It was charging at me. So if there's like collateral damage, I'll probably take a hit.
Sure. Axel, you're at 6.
Yes.
You go up as a spark kind of just like zaps you. You are once again like filled with that kind of like giddy, childish, playful energy. As your heartbeat goes up to 7. However, you did succeed, Jackie, so you can shift your heart rate by 1 beat if you'd like to.
I'm gonna bring it up to 7.
Cool.
And you just see like this my scapula form and my ribs form at 7.
Who would you like to pass the spotlight to?
I'm gonna pass it to Sirius.
All right. So let's see. Giant fucking storm moose. I fluttered backing away as soon as a big ass moose came out. Because Sirius had a moose wreck her car like 3 years ago. She's
and you're alive?
Yes, she was a lucky fucking bitch.
Jeez.
So you are a superhero.
Moose came out the ground and she went, "Oh no, moose!" So I'm like 12 feet up. Now there's 2 moose. There's a cryptid moose and a Pikachu moose headbutt. And here I am, a holograph, a fucking hollow butterfly. I'm so vulnerable right now to being squished by these fucking moose. I don't like this. It's great. I'm going to. What am I gonna do? Cause see, I don't want to swing down on it from above because if it and Jackie are in an antler lock, I'm just gonna take Jackie down with it.
I'm okay with that. Out of character lead. Yeah, I'm okay with that. My intent was to restrain it, essentially, in antler lock. So,
I'm gonna like. How shocky is this thing?
It's like it's not really. It's kind of like, you know, like kind of like one of those like glass balls that they like sometimes bring out in like science, where like if you touch it, like it's kind of like that. Like the lightning isn't dramatic. It's just kind of like, it's more like a feature than a.
If I land on it, am I gonna get shocked like static? Am I gonna get shocked like, wow, I wish I hadn't accidentally touched that cattle fence? That's really sucked. If you've never touched a cattle fence, I recommend it. You should totally do that. It's a great idea. You will not at all still remember it 20 years later as something that you totally wish you had done. Go do it. Go touch the cattle fence. No.
Please don't.
Disclaimer, don't do that.
You get the feeling that like it'd kind of be like the trees. You'd probably feel more of the like pulse power like coming off it than like any like lightning.
All right. My first instinct is to knock the shit out of this moose, but I still don't. This moose is talking shit, and I want to fight it, but also I want to know what the fuck it's doing. Like, why is it throwing a bacchanalia party? Why is it just feeling itself in my woods? So I'm gonna land on the moose. Like, I'm gonna come down on it pretty heavy with both feet, but also it's a moose, so it's only gonna kind of notice. So I'm gonna hit it hard, landing on it, and just kind of grab a hold of half a rack from where Jackie's gonna be like, I don't know. I've got the moose, but now the moose has me. I don't know why I did it. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
To be fair, you can, like, this is like an anime game. You can, like, ask questions as you're, like, striking. So, like,
I mean, I could ask the moose questions, but I've just realized that I've grabbed the moose and now I've got the moose and the moose has me. I'm just kind of frozen for a minute. I was going to ask a question. Now I'm like, I've made a terrible mistake.
Okay, roll for me.
Okay. One, 6, 2 4s, and 3 and a 2.
Okay, no ones.
Nope.
Okay, good. That's what you wanted. You, like, grab on to the moose. You feel secure for now. Actually, you did get one success. You can go ahead and raise your, like, heartbeat up or lower it by 1 if you'd like, as you kind of, like, get into kind of, like, fighting mode.
I'm gonna go ahead and raise it up to 6.
Cool. You feel secure in, like, your position right now, but, like, you don't know when this moose is going to react. Who would you like to move the spotlight to?
Let's move to Izzy.
Izzy.
Izzy is not afraid of the moose because of traumatic past experience as much as it was looking like a predator at them, which is not a normal or good thing.
Not a moose.
No, I understand that part too, but 2 in 1 day is a lot. They are actually a flash of colors at the moment, but they're going to end up settling on a green and orangey hue, and they're going to well, if we have lightning, we should have thunder, and it's going to just shoot a sound wave at it to try and kind of knock it out if I can, but probably not. But
roll
just
for me.
go straight direct attack. Shoot, the sound wave isn't as good as my. Yeah. Would I be able to stretch strong emotions to apply here?
Sure.
Okay.
Go for it.
That's very rude of me, dice. 4 successes and 2 ones.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 5 6s and 1s. I don't know what that means.
Min-max.
Okay. So as this pulse like comes out, like, immediately Sirius and Jackie heartbeats go up by 1. Izzy, you can adjust your heartbeat as you wish, like up or down by 1. As this, like, sound wave, like this, like, greenish, I believe you said, like, sound wave kind of, like, hits the moose, it roars. This roar isn't, like, I don't know what mooses sound like, but this doesn't feel.
Gross.
Okay, thank
Sounds
you.
like that.
It's definitely not that. This roar doesn't sound earthly. This is kind of like,
Moose are terrifying
even-
when they roar.
it's not even sound, it's just the purest expression of, like, pain and anger. Yeah, you affect this moose beyond comprehension. Axel, what are you doing?
I think Axel's like he dove out of the way when that thing charged, and now he kind of like did the cool anime, like jumped backwards and then like landed with like 3-point stance and like slid back, and did that thing where like your heels dig up the dirt as you like backwards, and then tosses the base back down and hops on it and flies at the thing. And as he's flying toward it, and he hears it let out that pained sound that Izzy's attack just kind of got out of it. He's like, he's like, oh, all right, you want to do more of like a power ballad kind of thing? All right, let's do a sad song then. And as he like swirls, he flies and like kind of swirls and like circles around it. He starts playing a song very unlike what he normally does. Instead of like pulsating metal, he plays like a really slow, like mournful bass line, and it's sort of a song of forlorn love, and it's he's sort of trying to go for like a music tames the savage beast kind of thing. He's trying to see if maybe he can make it like calm down in this way.
Go ahead and roll.
All right. Heart rate's at 7. So
Cool.
And I need to know where you're rolling. Were you going emo or Elton John?
That's no. It's more like neither, to be honest. It's more like
sad and emotional. This is me from Camp Rock.
Yes, it's that again. No, it's like a 1980s power ballad. He's going like Knight Rider, or Night Ranger rather, or that one shitty Poison song I hate. Let's see. Fucking no 6s at all. 6s and 5s, right? 6s and 5s?
Yes.
Okay, 2 5s, 2 5s and 1 1.
Okay. That one I think I'm going to apply to you, Izzy. Bump your heart rate up by 1.
All right, I'll be at a 7 then because I boosted it by 1 before.
Awesome. How many 5s was that again?
2.
2. Cool. You play on your guitar and this kind of like blue. I guess like because this is a sad song, it'd be more of like a blue energy.
Yeah, it's like blue flame, almost not unlike the tiger, but yeah.
Ooh, interesting. The lore implications.
Mm.
Kind of like, almost like a kind of like a ring of blue fire begins to kind of like wrap around, kind of like around like its head and its neck, and it kind of like in frustration kind of growls like, "You will not get the best of me," as it does some over dramatic stuff. It's that, so
The worst.
Oh, it will. Yes.
Terrifying things to hear your GM say.
Wait, did I get the? No, I didn't.
Does my heart rate change at all from that, by the way?
You succeeded, so you can choose up or down.
Yeah, I'm going up to 8. Live fast, die hard. Leave a pretty corpse.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 2 1s.
1, 2.
Okay. Sorry, I rolled for it.
Okay.
Yeah, this thing has a dice pool. It kind of like roars, and the trees kind of like, the trees like begin to grow and kind of like curve above you until there's like a dome of kind of like branches and stuff, and and it completely blots out like the sun in this like weird like demi-plane, and then the energy kind of just like comes crashing down on the 5 of you, really, like including the moose, Since
man.
Since Val isn't here, that's fine. And it rolled 3 successes anyway. So the Sirius, Axel, and Izzy, your heartbeats go up by 1. What is everyone at now?
8.
With the +1.
Oh, another one for me too. Okay, so I'm at 9 then.
Yeah, I'm at 8.
I'm also at 8.
Hey.
And if I
We are
remember, I
getting
thought
close.
Jackie was right around 7 or 8 as well.
Jackie's at 8.
Aki's at 8. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, Jackie continues, like, antler wrestling the moose, kind of, like, just keeping it locked in place despite the energy that this thing is, like, pumping out. Let's go to Sirius. What are you doing?
So I'm like right up near its head. I've got hold of the antlers. I'm trying to use the combination of Jackie's muscle mass and my weight. I'm gonna try to see if I can swing off its head and we can knock it down. So
Cool.
if we can knock it down on its side, it'll take it a minute to get up.
Go ahead and roll.
A 6, 2 5s, and a 1.
6, 2 5s and 1. Cool. So you, I'm guessing you're like smashing down into it.
I am. So I was like standing between its shoulder blades because I'm assuming it's like 20% bigger than a regular moose, and a regular moose is already like 9.5 feet and real wide. So it's big enough for me to stand between its shoulder blades. So I figured if I was standing there holding on, what I'm doing is I'm swapping my grip to one side of the antlers. I'm literally going to jump off it and swing my body under the neck while still holding. So I literally, we pull it between Jackie twisting its head and me doing that. We're going to literally throw it on the ground exactly the way bull moose fight.
Yeah, you like send it like crashing to the ground. Those same sparks of lightning kind of like coming off it. Izzy, you're at 8, correct?
Yes.
You go up to 9. You rolled 1-1.
Yes.
Cool. And you can change your heartbeat up or down as you'd like.
I'm gonna go up to 9.
Okay. Exciting. Yeah, you've brought it like crashing to the ground. Who would you like to pass the spotlight to?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pass it to Axel.
Nice. Axel's going to sense like apparently this thing doesn't respond to my sad songs, fucker. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna get metal up in here then, asshole. And he zooms back like for another pass, and he's like, I don't know what I was thinking. Fucking power ballads. I hate fucking power ballads. And you see him again as he cranks the volume up on his bass, and he runs at the moose. And I feel like doing something silly. He like, you see him like tune up his bass really quick, and he kind of like puts his ear to it, listens really quick, and then runs over to the moose. Like as he's doing this as he's like running toward the moose, like getting his bass perfect. He's like, yep, there it is, and then turns it around and just hits the moose with it.
I was so hoping you would say that. I was going to say it as a joke. And they
no, 100%. He's like, yep, that's spot on. All right.
Oh, perfect. Go
just
ahead and
blocks it.
Add 2d6 because that's really funny.
Oh, sweet. That would bring me to my heart rate's at 9 right now. So that would bring me up to freaking 11. Okay. Holy shit.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4 successes and 1 1.
Ooh. As you smash into it, Jackie, Sirius has like brought this thing to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I wrestled the moose.
Hell yeah.
Moose wrestling, Canadian sport.
Yeah.
Man, you don't even know. I'm gonna go back to work on Monday. I'll be like, I wrestled a moose. I ain't even gonna tell.
And it's Maine, so they'll be like, yeah, that sounds normal.
They'll be like, you was drinking, girl. I'll be like, I was drinking, girl.
And as Axel kind of like smashes the guitar into the moose, lightning kind of like hits you. Your heart rate goes up by 1.
All right, I'm at 9.
Axel, as always, if you want to, you can shift your heart rate up or down.
Going up.
Cool. Who do you pass the thing on to?
Jackie Shales.
Okay, now that I'm up to 9, I have the back legs of my body has faded, and I'm a moose naga now, I guess. Like sort of thing, and I have the skeletal forms of my arms on top of my ichor. So at 9, and I think I'm the only one at 9, right?
No,
I think
Izzy
almost
and I are also at 9, and Colin is up. Alex at 10.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
7 names.
Yeah, we're going up, man.
That one.
We're emotional people here.
Yeah. Okay. So Sirius has wrestled this bad boy to the ground, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do my my constriction move on it now and try and squeeze the life out of it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you adding your eldritch nonsense to this?
Yeah, I think so. Like, eldritch bullshit. Yeah, it's happening. That's eldritch bullshit. It gives me a total of 11 dice. Jesus, listen, just all in my hand. Nearly all the d6s I own. Alright, let's go here. Only 1-1? That's insane. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. 1-1.
Dang.
This is my jaw unhinged at this point. It's like, I'm gonna eat this.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll deal with the 1 in a second.
Uh-huh.
How do you destroy this thing? Paint us a word picture.
No, essentially, like, as you just see, like, my body just sort of, like, almost pushes Sirius out the way, seeing that this thing is on the ground and, like, super vulnerable, and I just kind of like an anaconda, but with a deer naga upper body, or moose naga upper body, just sorts of, like, wraps around it, and you could probably see, like, it just sort of, like crackle, and it just doesn't affect me, and then you see, like, my jaw just unhinged like a snake, but still as a deer, and I swallow it whole. And, like, you could probably just see, like, the little lightning, like, pulsate, like, inside my stomach, and then there's a thunderous burp, and it fades.
And like tree shaking burp.
and my stomach fades as well.
You are in this clearing, the domain of Pika Moose, not canon name. I don't have a... Anyway, the domain kind of like slowly like dissipating. The threat disappeared, like digested, gone. Axel.
Yeah.
A shred of electricity before it left hits you, and you feel power coursing through your veins. It's electric, it's wild, and Alex within knows that. Thank you.
Oh, dang.
Okay. Cool, let's go with this. That's fine. And Alex within knows you are on the brink. You are so close to that edge. And we zoom out and return to our good friend, the tiger, up on a building overlooking this park. And we see in his eye that stained glass window that focuses on Axel, the demon released, finally filled with power. And we see that stained glass piece just slightly crack. And that is where we'll end our episode.
Okay.
What you playing at, Rook?
Just.
Oh, you're on 11 heart rate.
Yeah, I'm teetering on the edge. Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming and showing up. We are back into full swings of things here on the channel. So tomorrow you can hopefully find us for a full day. We'll start off with Dragon Age at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then with our Defiant game at 6 o'clock. If you're not already, join the Discord because I will be casting soon. If you like anime and isekai and 5e, we're having an entire university isekai into a fantasy realm. And that's what I'll be casting for here pretty soon. For Wednesday nights. So if you're interested in that, join the Discord. Because my Discord always gets first dibs. Other than that, Sunday, I'll be over at Not One Heroes playing a Hobgoblin Barbarian of Malar, because he's a zealot, and Rhyme of the Frost Maiden. So, yeah, that's me. What about everyone else? Where can we find you and all that good stuff? Colin.
Where do we start?
You.
Me?
Yep.
Me? Hi, I'm Colin. I'm at Colonomicon, normally on Twitter. It's Colin. It's the name Colin with an Omicon at the end. But I'm also here, as you can see, as Six String Games. I stream under that name because that is the handle for my game company that is called Six String Games.
What?
And I know, wild, right? It's crazy how those things match. It's fucking weird.
Oh.
And we have lots of stuff coming up. So this month, February, we released our first game, which is called Raycats. And it's super fucking fun. And there was just a stream of it this last Wednesday on Recall Knowledge, and it was so good. And part of that, I'm happy to report now, because of those people who were playing the game on Recall Knowledge. Now, there is a virtual tabletop for Raycats now up on Foundry that they made themselves, and it is beautiful. It's all done in very 1980s like colors. It's all like neons and pastels, and it's everything's automated, just one-click rolling and all that, and everything's in there. It's so cool. They even have a little system in there for building your Raycats mobile command vehicle and like a little AutoCAD that you can like make your. It's fucking cool. They did an incredible job. Just for one stream, they built this whole thing. We didn't even ask them to do this. It was amazing. So that's out there now. It's on Foundry. You can play Raycats with it. And coming up, I got the tab open right now. I'm just finishing the main. Our newest game is going to be our next month's release. So we put out a new game every month. They are short form games that we call RPG snacks. They're just little guys. They're little zine games. And the next one coming up is going to be Altitude, which I've been playtesting for the last week. And it is my baby. I love this game. It is a game built on the Quietus system that is about climbers. It's a horror survival game about climbers climbing Mount Everest. And the GM plays as the mountain and spends fury points, which they accumulate to make horrible things happen to the climbers and force them into life or death situations. I've been enjoying playing it, and it's going to be coming out really soon. I'm going to be sending it to the printer soon. So if that appeals to you, and also a game about radiation and cats, feel free to find our Patreon. It's patreon.com/sixstringgames. I'll drop a link in the chat there. And if you sign up to be one of our patrons, you get whatever game we put out. You get a copy every month. You can get a print copy sent to your door. You also get digital copies. And you can also buy our games on itch. and on DriveThruRPG. So that's what's going on. The other thing I do is Monday nights I stream over on Infinite RP playing Flames of Freedom, where I play Phineas Rupp, my good Green Mountain boy, in our spooky Revolutionary War game. But that's me. This has been really cool. I missed you guys so much. Very good to be back. And we fucked up a moose, and I'm quite proud of that for some reason.
I'm Nick. I'm on the internet at twitter.com/fell_strike. Don't go to the one without the underscore. I don't know who that is. Not doing really much of anything besides this. Having a lot of fun though, so good enough.
Hi, I'm Arnica, and you can find me on Twitter at ArnicaXRoss. I'm not really into too much of anything right now. I'm finishing up a couple of things here or there. I'm finishing up my system agnostic setting that can be dropped into just about any campaign with just about any kind of players, as long as you need a town and something cool to do. Booker's Way's the place to go. And I'm waiting for my Kickstarter, not my Kickstarter, I'm waiting for my Kickstarter reward from Magpie Games. I'm waiting for the Avatar RPG. Should be, if you ordered it, it should be arriving sometime before the end of this month. And as soon as it does, I can finish planning the game for me and my siblings. It's going to be the best game ever. I may end up having to stream it because, the storyline I've got, I'm gonna ruin everyone's lives. Everyone's gonna cry. Everyone's gonna fucking cry. Oh, so good.
I love crying. Rook?
Oh, hello. Hi, Rook. You can find me on Twitter at RJKGames. Anything I do will be on there. I don't have any thing specific to tell you right now. If you're interested, check me out there. I mean, if not, I'll be able to tell you next week. So it's fine. Cool.
All right.
Have a nice week.
With that, everyone, we are going to raid Nomadic. They're also playing with the Nino 4K. It looks like they're just doing some Stardew Valley, so that seems fucking chill as fuck. And I love both of these people. So yeah, we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Right now.